for a Power Stroke 94 Power Stroke video part 3. This is Saturday, August 30th. This is like 5 minutes after I just did my 64 Fairlane startup video. I thought that was kind of fun. And yes, hearing it run does make me miss racing, but as you can see, we need to get this truck together so I have something to pull the car down the track with. I've had a few buddies offer to give me a haul down there, but I gotta pull the car out, put the slicks on, which is more work than you would think would be on that car since it's tubbed. It takes 14 to 32 tires. You have to disconnect the shocks, drive shaft, jack the car way up in there, get the tires under it. It's just more work to add on to the work I already need to get done. No sense in losing focus on this project. I'm having a hard enough time staying busy on as it is. But I'm going to show you what all I've done. The only thing I've done since 3 weeks ago is I did get to shoot some paint on this frame and the floorboards. I like the way they turned out. The paint that I told you about in my last video on this truck, it has cured good and hard. Seals really well. It covered well. I did it all with 2 quarts. I put 2 coats of what was left of the flat anti-rust paint, and then I went back over it with their chassis black color. I put 3 coats with that remaining quart, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. I don't know how well you'll be able to see under here, but here's floor pans. Not bad for an old work truck. Like I said, this ain't no show truck, so I'm not doing a professional restoration job. I mainly want the truck to look good, and all this work I've done under here is protected. The truck was really rusty when I bought it in 2000, year 2000 or 2001, one or the other. There were insurance papers from Minnesota, so this truck was in Minnesota, and it was very rusty under here. I really hated the way it looked, and honestly, with everything together where you can't see, I had my doubts as to how solid this frame was. Luckily it was. I mean, there were just big chunks of rust flaking, surface rust flaking. It was probably the old paint, but it looked bad when it was all together, and I was worried about how solid this frame was. But luckily it was solid after I got everything sandblasted off. There's your floors. I like that. A while back, I don't know if you can see this. This will be kind of upside down. Here we go. Let's turn this camera the other way. I'm laying on my back and getting everything ass backwards. Let's see, how long ago did I do that? As you can see, those cab supports, they've got some new metal welded in them. I don't know how well you can see that or not. But yeah, it was rusted out there. I couldn't find any cab supports that were exact mocks of these, so I pretty much made my own out of thicker steel. I think it was like 62 thousandths thick is how thick that steel is, which is about 1/16 of an inch, so it's pretty thick steel. Okay, anyway, there's what it looks like under there. Sorry if it got upside down on you. Anyway, I guess the next thing I need to do, I'm going to go ahead. These braces here, I showed you in part 2, I painted this brace plus the 2 support brackets that go under it. I guess the next thing I need to do, I'm going to go ahead and spray them with the chassis black. I got enough left over to do there. And get my new cab mounts on it. I ordered some new cab mounts. I think they're in here somewhere. No, they're not. Anyway, I ordered some new cab mounts for it. I think they're in the house. And after I get them braces painted, I might do that tonight. Okay, we're back. It's Tuesday, September 1st. I think the last time I worked on this thing was like August 30th. And one thing I've gotten done since then, I finally got my cab mount braces on and my new cab mounts on. I haven't done much since I painted this frame. I thought I was going to get a lot more done by now, but it didn't work out that way. I had a bunch of other chores I had to do that I didn't really know was up and coming. I just went ahead and got it all out of the way. And when I did them cab mount bushings, those are polyurethane aftermarket bushings. I forgot the exact same brand they are. They are Pro thing. Anyway, they weren't exactly like the originals. They worked, but I had to make some changes to make them work. And plus, they don't give you none of the hardware and the sleeves that was in this. One of them was frozen. I had to actually cut it to get the old mounts or bushings off of the brace. So that took a little time. I did that over this past weekend, and I just now did some painting last night. Got my braces repainted. Also painted and added, there's another brace that is just in front of this cab mount brace. I painted it, put it on. All those braces I've removed off of this thing were riveted in. It was a lot of trouble, and some people might not think it was worth the trouble, but I cut all those rivets off because when I went to sandblast around them, I couldn't really get to the rust that was up underneath of them. That's why I did that, and I'm replacing the rivets with 8 grade bolts, which if I ever have to work on this thing and remove them, that'll make them easier to remove. But I'm going to be taking a break from working on this. After this week, I go on vacation. And I'm going to take this camera with me on vacation. I was going to tell everybody that's watching these videos where I'm going, but I'm going to wait till I get there. A little surprise. A little place I like to go to every year when I can. I haven't been on any vacations, real vacations, for about 2 years. I've had the time off, and then there's been a lot of stuff going on that's prevented me to be able to travel. So I'm going to go to a special little place that I like to go to once a year, and hopefully now that things have calmed down, I get to start making a yearly event out of it again. But I'm not going to tell you till I get there, till I make the videos. So this video is going up tonight, and you won't see any more videos out of me until next Thursday or Friday, which will be September 8th or 9th. Yeah. And then you'll see where we get to go. Hopefully I'll show you a lot of things that you might find interesting. So I'll get this video posted up, and I'll see everybody when I get back from vacation.